Chelsea Green Publishing presents The Virus and the Host. Protect yourself from infectious disease by reducing toxicity, improving immunity, and minimizing chronic illness by Dr. Chlebowski. Read by Nolan Chase. Introduction. The memories of my childhood Christmases are mostly a blur. In my mind's eye, I see a lot of red and green, and I distinctly recall the sense of fur and cooking kielbasa. Of course, a few memories stand out as more distinct. The year I got my first Atari, or the time an older cousin dressed my sister and me as reindeer with red construction paper noses and paraded us around for the grown-ups to see. Despite the hard work of my parents to create special memories for us, that's all that's left of that decade and a half of holidays. The Christmases since my children were born are more defined in my memory, likely because of the countless hours my wife and I put into their planning and execution. Trips to snowy Idaho to visit with my aging parents, the joy on my son's face when he opened a coveted Lego set, my secret forays into the kitchen to add an extra nip of whiskey to my sister's homemade eggnog. These memories live closer to the surface for me. They still blend in my mind, but they're easier to tease apart into recallable pieces. But no Christmas stands out like the Christmas of 2019. I don't know that any ever will. December 2019 will be forever etched in my mind as terrifyingly unique, and despite it taking the world by surprise, I knew it was coming. I didn't know when, but the fact is, I had been waiting for this moment my whole career. Doctors like me are where people go when they have lost hope. I'm a naturopath, a chiropractor, and a homeopath with a thriving practice in Ashland, Oregon. The average patient who shows up at my clinic has typically already seen 10 other doctors, health coaches, and alternative practitioners. Some have seen upward of 20 before they get to me. These are some of the most chronically ill people in our region of the country, and they usually don't know why. The reasons can be incredibly complex and incredibly varied, but one of the things almost every one of these patients has in common is chronic infections. You don't stay sick without these, and you don't learn to treat chronic infections without understanding acute infections, including the kind of acute infection that caused the COVID-19 pandemic. So, when an infectious disease engulfs the world...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?